Chainlink puts smart contracts on steroids. In fact, many decentralized applications wouldn't work as reliable as they do today without the help of Chainlink. Today's video is all about explaining Chainlink by using some real-world animated examples that I've created for you. Also, we're discussing if Chainlink is a good investment or not. Chainlink was founded in 2017 by Ellis, Juels and Sergey Nazarov. They have realized that smart contracts are a very powerful tool, but they have also concluded that there is a very important puzzle part missing for smart contracts to reach their full potential. The missing puzzle piece is reliable data inputs. What do I mean by that? Let's make a first example. Imagine that I am an event organizer. I host a big event in the summer on July 1st, but if it rains heavily on that day, I will lose a ton of money since I have to cancel that event. So what I need is insurance. Let's say this insurance payout is made in the form of a smart contract. Wait, why would anybody want that? You can just get a normal insurance as everybody else did in the last 100 or so years. Yes, of course you can, if you want to miss out on the superior nature of doing it with a smart contract. Sergey Nazarov calls such traditional insurance services a paper guarantee because you rely on the insurance company to actually make the payment based on their interpretation of the events in your insurance case. That means it's probabilistic. You know, they might say, well, it didn't rain so much, you could still have run the event. Worst case, the insurance doesn't pay you, you have to rely on the legal system that you're in, which enforces the insurance company to pay based on a court ruling. This could take years or not turn out in your favor since insurance companies have great attorneys. Think of countries where there is high corruption or no effective legal system at all. That could be like the Wild West and you would feel pretty unsure if you are actually well insured. Now, let's look at insurance if it's done through a smart contract. What you get is a cryptographic guarantee, which gives you 100% guarantee of payment if the set conditions are met. You do not rely on the judgment of an insurance company or a legal system. So, let's say we find an insurance that does our event insurance through a smart contract. Let's also say I pay the insurer $10,000 and if it indeed rains heavily, I will get $100,000 to cover my losses. The smart contract will look something like this. If there is on average more than 5 millimeters of rain per square meter per hour in Dom's region on July 1st, pay 100,000 USDC to Dom's wallet. Else, pay 100,000 USDC back to the insurance. Great. Now our smart contract is live on the blockchain and we are all set. Wait. Are we? How does the smart contract know if there was heavy rain? I mean, the smart contract is living on a blockchain, which is kind of an isolated place. There is no rain on the blockchain, although there are some rainy days here and there. Anyways, here is where Chainlink comes into play. Imagine Chainlink to be the all-knowing oracle that will tell us if there was heavy rain during my event. Yeah, but how does Chainlink know if there was any heavy rain? Does Chainlink look like an AI roboter that runs to my event and checks if there was any heavy rain? Almost. In this case, Chainlink will gather data from weather data providers. Okay, but as an insurance, can I not just pretend to be a weather antenna and tell Chainlink that there was actually no heavy rain even though there was, and just keep all the money for myself and pay myself a big bonus? Well, no. Chainlink outsmarted you in this case. Chainlink does not just rely on one source of information, instead it gathers data from many reliable sources and forms a consensus so that nobody can manipulate the definitive truth. That makes sense. But aside from your insurance case, where else can Chainlink help? If you look at current decentralized applications, you will find out that the overwhelming majority do in fact utilize Chainlink services today. Here are some examples other than insurance. DeFi lending, where you need an accurate price feed. Stock market data for smart contract derivatives such as options or futures. Sport betting on future outcomes, where you need results from the real world. Or proof of randomness for NFT generation. But the example I actually want to take a closer look at is the DeFi lending example. Assume I go to a decentralized lending platform like Aave and I borrow $100 that I need for something temporarily. To borrow $100, I have to give a collateral worth $140, which I give in the form of Ether. Let's now assume the price of Ether drops and my collateral is only worth $105 down from $140. If it falls any further, Aave will sell my Ether to pay back the money that I borrowed. Now, it is of utmost importance that Aave knows the exact price of Ether. If they get it wrong, only by a fraction of a percentage, I might be liquidated even though the price of Ether was actually still high enough. Chainlink provides the exact price to Aave at any time by using multiple quality sources for the correct price. In this way, there are no false liquidations. Now, let's look at Chainlink's ecosystem size. Chainlink secured assets worth around 7.5 billion in US dollar by December 2020. Over the course of 12 months, this metric has increased tenfold. Chainlink is now securing assets worth over 75 billion in US dollar. Chainlink now also integrates with over 1,100 projects, which is a huge number. If you are enjoying this video and you want to help out a small YouTuber, please hit that like button and subscribe. Now that we've covered the use cases of Chainlink, let's now discuss if Chainlink actually is a good investment or not. Price is a result of supply and demand. Right now, the Chainlink token, called Link, is used to pay for queries that people send to the Chainlink network. For example, if they want to know if there was rain on a specific day. The data providers who receive the Link tokens will most likely sell these Link tokens again to cover their operational cost. This does not sound too positive since there is always selling pressure from these data providers. Now, Chainlink recently shared their plan for 2022. And in my view, there are two exciting things coming up which could help the price of Link to climb. Number 1. Chainlink will most likely release staking this year. What will this change bring? Staking will add even more security to the Chainlink network. Why? Because today, Chainlink mainly secures their oracle by having multiple data sources and having a reputation score for each of them. With staking, there will be an additional layer of security since data providers put some skin in the game by staking Link tokens. Data providers with more Link staked will be preferred to data providers with no stake, which will increase the earnings for data providers with staked Link. Of course, there will also be a staking reward, so data providers are being incentivized to stake their Link instead of just selling all of them. This should lead to a price appreciation. Most likely, you and I will also be able to stake Link together with data providers we trust, so we can get an additional stream of income as well. Number 2. Cross-chain interoperability protocol. Sergey Nazarov has announced the cross-chain interoperability protocol, which, in his words, will be used for cross-chain smart contracts. In his vision, developers will be able to utilize different chains depending which chain fits which tasks best. Does that sound familiar? Yes. Then check out my other video about Polkadot if you want to learn more about the project that puts interoperability in the very center of their mission. In my interpretation, the difference is that Chainlink focuses more on enterprises that want to connect to the blockchains, where Polkadot is more of a hub of Web3 projects that need interoperability. So do I think Chainlink is a good investment? Yes, I do. Not only because of the developments happening this year, but also because Chainlink is by far the most trusted and established Oracle network. For many decentralized applications, Chainlink is actually the only viable option, which puts Chainlink in a great spot. What do you think about Chainlink's future? Write it in the comments below. That's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe and also check out my other video about Polkadot, and I see you next time.